A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
All right, everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
And I miss you, Mike. I'm Laura.
You too. I missed you too.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's been a while. And also, it's a changing season. The weather is finally starting to cool off a little bit. And as our minds turn to winter, our minds might also be turning to a trip to the springs to stay warm.
Hot springs, I suppose, right?
Yes, not the cold springs.
No.
Leave those Elan cold springs until next May. Now we're talking about hot springs. So people are going to go to Beito and places like that. So yeah, when the weather is cold, of course, hot springs are an option. But our warm-up question is about some other things. How do you stay warm when the weather is cold?
Stay in bed and sleep in.
Heavy blankets and duvets.
Oh, duvet.
That's lovely.
厚棉被很棒，
Absolutely.
羽绒棉被。
If you're lucky, you might have a pet who can snuggle up with you.
You have a cat?
Yeah, my cats love me in the winter because they just love to use my body heat. So there you go. I also enjoy nice warm drinks. Yeah, I can get my teas out and I can have hot chocolate and stuff. Things I, of course, would never have in the hot summer here. But I look forward to, getting a blanket, a nice big chair, a cup of tea, reading a book. These are nice things you can definitely enjoy more during the winter here in Taiwan. So we're going to find out about Sam and Hannah, see what they're going to be doing as the weather starts to cool off and even get cold.
A trip to the springs on a winter's day. Warm-up question. How do you stay warm when the weather is cold?
Sam and Hannah are at home on a cold winter weekend.
It's the weekend. Do we have any plans today?
It's very cold today. Should we go to the hot springs?
Oh, that sounds fun. They're so nice in winter. Bathing in hot springs has many health benefits too.
Beito has a lot. There's an open-air one. Men and women both use it together. I'll Google the address.
Great! I'll pack my swimsuit. We should bring lots of water too. It's important to stay hydrated.
You are right. It's also better to eat after our visit. It's not good to bathe on a full stomach.
All right, so as we begin our dialogue, we see that it says, Sam and Hannah are at home on a cold winter weekend. Well, the bad news is that it's cold. The good news is that, hey, they don't have to go out and work. It's the weekend, so they can at least do something fun as they also try to stay warm. So Sam begins the dialogue by saying, it's the weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's Saturday morning and they haven't really thought about what to do, but it is the end of a busy week. It is Saturday. They have Saturday and Sunday to look forward to with nothing important to do. So he asks his friend Hannah, do we have any plans today? Maybe there's something they scheduled earlier. He forgot about it, meeting friends, going shopping, cleaning the bathroom. These are the types of things people might plan for the weekend.
OK， 所以呢，一开始我们就看到有两个人哦，就是 Sam 跟 Hannah， 他们在家里，然后现在是冷冬，然后好险他们是在周末，所以他们不用去上班上课哦。那一开始 Sam 就说，周末了，那你今天有什么计划呢？那通常在口语我们都会问 Any plans for the weekend or what are you doing this weekend? Which pretty much mean the same thing.
Yeah.
So what do you normally like to do on the weekend? Do you have any plans?
I often have one or two things I do. Maybe meet some friends for dinner. Maybe go out and watch some music. I often practice with my band on the weekend. That's almost every week. And the other thing I like to do is maybe do some cooking of things that are a little more complicated and take longer.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
on a weekday, you get home at 6 o'clock, you're tired, you might cook something simple and fast.
Yeah.
You know, on the weekend, I'm like, ooh, that looks good, but wow, that's a lot of stuff, and that's going to take a lot of time. So I might, you know, plan something, a nice special meal at home. Because you have more time to enjoy at home as well as doing other things. Yeah, what about you? You're pretty busy, I imagine.
Actually, I love binge watching. This sounds like I'm such a homebody.
You're in the bed when you're nice and warm watching your favorite shows.
For sure.
Lovely.
Yeah, so this is what I normally do. It sounds boring. I don't have any plans.
Sounds great. In fact, especially when it's cold outside. Hannah, well, she is thinking about the weather because, of course, that can definitely affect your plans. She says it's very cold today, so we're not going to swim in at the beach.
No.
We're probably not going to sunbathe in the park. You know, we're not doing these things because it's cold outside. So what do you do when it's cold outside? Well, she has an idea. Should we go to the hot springs? Well, that's a pretty exciting thing to do. You don't do it that often. And if it's cold, it's perfect. It's a perfect time to enjoy a nice hot spring.
没错，所以呢，他就说今天很冷，那很冷呢，他当然就提议说，我们要不要去泡温泉呢？当然是 hot springs, the best time of the year.
It is a good thing to do. And yeah, it's not something a lot of us do very often. And Sam seems to be totally into this idea. He maybe didn't think of it, but as soon as Hannah suggests it, he is in agreement. He says, that sounds fun. He could say that sounds like fun. In other words, it sounds like a good idea. I would enjoy doing it. We will have fun. So that sounds fun. And then he says they're so nice in winter, thinking about hot springs, you know? He's like, yeah, that sounds fun. Oh, yeah. It's nice in the winter. It's so, you know, comfortable and warm. And he also points out bathing in hot springs has many health benefits too. Yeah, people do say that. I'm not sure about all of them. I mean, they say it could be good for your heart and your different parts of your body. I definitely notice my skin is nice and soft after a hot spring. So even if it just gives you nice soft skin, it might also do other things, but it just feels good.
Nice. I want to go to the hot springs right now. Okay, 他就回他说，听起来超好玩的。
Imagine it while you're talking.
I know. 他说听起来超好玩的，在冬天这个温泉当然就是热热暖暖的温泉，超赞的啦！而且泡温泉也有很多的健康的益处哦。其中提到的 benefit 这个字呢，就是益处、好处，它是一个名词哦。
All right. Well, back to the dialogue. I guess they probably live up here in the northern part of Taiwan because Hannah thinks of the famous hot springs area right near Taipei. She says Beito has a lot. Yeah, absolutely. They have big hotels, they have private ones, and they also have public ones. As she says, there's an open air one. Wow, because often in the hotels, it's kind of part of the bathroom in your room, or it might be just outside. But this one is a big one, and it's open air. So you can sit in the hot tub and look up at the sky. So the air around you will still be that cold outside air. But the water, of course, will be nice and warm. And when we use open air, we're usually talking about things that are often covered, but in this case, it's not. It's out there in nature, like a restaurant might have open air dining if it's in the countryside. So you can sit outside under a tree and enjoy your meal when normally in a restaurant, you'll be inside, but this is open air.
所以这里我们提到是温泉啊，那他就说了，北投其实有很多什么呢 ？Has a lot of hot springs. A lot 在这里就是很多，那我们也可以说 a lot of or lots of something， 都是有很多很多什么的东西哦。所以他说北投有很多的温泉，那边还有什么呢？露天的温泉哦，其中提到的 open air 这个形容词就是露天的啊，室外的啊。So have you been to open air hot springs?
Not the one in Beito. I mean, I've been to ones where you're outside your hotel room, but you're just kind of on a balcony.
So it's kind of like a private one, but it's open air.
Which is kind of cool. Oh, also on the Green Island on Lanyu.
They have those.
They have a saltwater hot spring.
Wow. They're not smelly?
No, well,
Okay.
But it's salt water, so that's a little bit. I think there's only 2 in the world, and it's open air as well. So you can, it's right down by the beach.
I'm gonna go to that one
check
then.
It out. It's very, very special. All right, back to the dialogue. Hannah is describing or telling Sam more about this open-air hot spring. She says men and women both use it together. All right, so it's kind of, I think this is more typical of a public hot spring. It's like going to a public swimming pool. Everyone can be in there together. You will, of course, be wearing a swimming suit.
Thank God.
You're not doing it in the privacy of your own room, so you do need to wear some clothes.
Yes.
But it's very fun for the whole family, for example. And then she says, I'll Google the address. So she wants to find it to know exactly where to go in Beito. And of course, a Google search is a quick way to get that information.
OK， 所以他提到就是这种男女的大众池，然后他说，我来估一下，或是 Google 一下地址。I would feel pretty shy with those ones.
Oh,
I think I
really?
would prefer to go to private ones.
I might agree with you on that
Okay,
too.
true,
Yeah,
true,
yeah.
okay.
Anyways, back to, because you want to relax.
Exactly.
Right? If I was there
you
and
might
people,
have some strange people kind of like staring at you.
Yeah,
you don't know
or
who's
just
there.
Noisy and kids are
for sure.
splashing water. But anyways, it is free, so that's very cheap. So that's a nice thing about it. Anyways, Sam, he's totally into this idea. Hot spring hotels can be expensive.
Right.
They just want to go for a few hours and not spend a night there. So this is perfect. He says, great, I'll pack my swimsuit. He could also say, I'll grab my swimsuit or something. We should bring lots of water too.
Okay. So,
drinking water.
Of course,
I was
not
thinking,
the water that they're soaking
water
in.
to the hot spring. The whole thing makes water. Drinking water. Yes, you do get thirsty.
Dehydrated
when you're in that hot water.
看起来呢，他们就很开心。他说太棒了，让我来打包我的泳衣哦，就是 swimsuit。那当然呢，他也提到说，我们也应该要带很多的水。这里我们有提到了哦，就是很多的水，跟刚刚提到 lot， 刚刚我有提到 lots of、a lot of。Same thing, okay? So yeah, they're for drinking.
That totally makes sense. And as Sam says, it's important to stay hydrated. Yes, when your body is in an environment where it's very hot, you can use up a lot of liquid by sweating and stuff. So it's important to stay hydrated in a hot spring, when exercising on a hot day, when the air is very hot and dry, this type of thing. If you're thirsty, you're already not as hydrated as you should be. Your body needs water.
OK， 没错。其实如果你在泡温泉的话呢，我们常常会流很多汗，所以呢可能会脱水哦。因此保持水分充足的是很重要的，这里有提到咯。Hydrated 这个形容词就是水分足够的。Yeah, if you think about H2O, water, that H, hydrogen.
There you go, hydrogen. And of course, when you don't have enough water, when you are thirsty, when your body is kind of getting in a bit of trouble, then we would say you are dehydrated, right? If you're dehydrated on a hot day, you could get into some medical danger. Anyways, back to the dialogue. Hannah says, you're right. She agrees. Yeah, remembering to bring lots of drinking water is a great idea. And then she says, this is something I didn't know. It's also better to eat after our visit. So you might think you're going to have a nice big lunch and then go relax in the hot spring. That's not a good idea. It might even be dangerous. So as Hannah says, it's also better to eat after our visit or after they get out of the hot spring. It's not good to bathe on a full stomach.
I've heard of this before from like an older person. And I was like thinking, oh, okay, I didn't know that as well. Okay.
They see a lot of things aren't so good after eating a full meal. I don't know. I've heard because the blood is sort of processing your food. So if you're exercising, you might not have blood in your muscles. If you're there in the hot spring, maybe your heart has to work hard to pump blood to keep you alive. So, just save that nice meal for after the hot spring. Think how great you'll feel. Your body will feel comfortable. You have a good meal, and then you can go and have a good night's sleep.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Okay, so Hannah 就说，说的没错，而且呢，应该是怎么样？泡温泉之后吃东西会比较好哦，因为如果刚吃饱饭泡汤的话，可能这样子对身体可能血液循环，刚刚Mike有补充，可能会稍微有点状况哦。On a full stomach 这个片语就是刚吃饱饭这样子的意思啦。Wow, we pretty much covered a lot just in day one.
We did.
But I'm gonna stop here now because I have my own solo teaching and I do want to talk more about the benefits of hot springs.
Okay, you do that. I'm going to the hot spring. See ya.
Hey!
Bye.
Just give me 5 minutes.
See you later.
Wait
I'm
for
going.
me.
No, I'm
5分钟
going.
就好。
I'm
等
going.
我。冬天到了，你们喜欢去泡汤吗？其实呢，这个泡温泉啊，对健康真的是好处多多哦。So here are some benefits, we learned that word, of bathing in hot springs. 首先呢，刚刚我们就有提到，其实呢，对皮肤很好，这个 Laura 超介意的。It's good for the skin and heals skin problems. 所以它可能会怎么样？舒缓干性皮肤啦，而且它还可以怎么样？柔化皮肤粗糙啊、干燥。然后听说，如果你常泡温泉，对像是青春痘 （pimples） 或者是 acne 粉刺，还有一些皮肤病，都是非常有很好的疗效。当然 ，it will make your skin smooth， 你的皮肤会感觉光滑光滑的。再来，听说它还可以怎么样？改善血液循环 ，it will boost blood circulation。这样你可以英文这样子表达哦，因为矿物质呢可以促进新陈代谢啊，然后血液循环当然就会比较好哦。再来这一个，我真的一定要因为这个去 ，it will reduce stress。就是会舒压、减压 ，OK， 疏解压力哦。因为呢，研究指出，身体如果进入这个温泉水中，可以帮助减轻压力啊，然后放松肌肉啊，所以呢 ，you will get a good night's sleep， 你一定会睡得非常好哦。再来就是它可能会舒缓肌肉的疼痛 ，it will relieve pain。OK， 好像听说呢，这个泡温泉可以缓解这个关节韧带的紧绷，所以呢，它可以消除疼痛，然后恢复关节的活动能力。所以我觉得对老人家也是一个很棒的一个很好的一个方式哦，来放松，然后又可以有很多的益处。我们来看一下今天的 Word Power 有学到哪些字呢？Plan 这个字，它是一个名词哦，就有着计划。像是平常呢，到了周末，我们就可能会问朋友说：“你周末要去哪？”英文我们通常会说 "Any plans for the weekend?" 我们来看一下单字例句 ：We need to make a plan for our big trip next month. 我们必须为下个月的远游拟定计划。再来呢，就是我们一直在提的这个字 hot spring， 你们应该记起这个单字了吧？它是一个名词，就是温泉。那我们常常搭配的动词，我们可以用泡温泉，我们可以用像课文的 bathe， 或者是你也可以用 soak S-O-A-K， soak in hot springs， 就是泡在里面，泡汤的意思。或者我们可以说去泡温泉 ，go to the hot springs 这样的说法。我们来看一下单字例句。Lillian went to 北投 to enjoy the hot springs there. Lillian 去北投享受那里的温泉。再来就是 bathe， 刚刚已经提到了，就是浸泡这个动词。你知道吗？小时候呢 ，I used to bathe in warm lemon water when I was a kid。听起来是不是有点奢侈？就是柠檬水。小时候我真的在那边泡澡，所以皮肤听说这样会比较白哦。我们来看一下单字例句。I like to rest my body by bathing in warm water. 我喜欢借由泡热水澡让我的身体放松。再来就是 swimsuit， 这是个名词，泳装。I have swimming class today, so I'm wearing my swimsuit under my uniform. 你们有这样吗？游泳课的时候都会直接在你们的制服下面，其实就已经穿好你们的泳衣了。我是这样啊，这样我就懒得再换。我们来看一下单字例句。Teresa bought a new swimsuit to go to the beach this summer. Teresa 为了今年夏天要去海边而买了一件新的泳衣哦。哇，今天学到超多的，接下来我们还要来学我们的 Magic Box 要教我们的哦。
Magic Box。
Hello， 大家好，我是 Isaac。今天呢，跟朋友们吃完饭之后呢，我就自己去游泳。想说，运动你知道就是要去消化一下。结果呢，你知道我才游没多久，就身体就开始不太舒服了。结果后来我就跟我朋友就是说起这件事情，他就跟我说 ，You should never go swimming on a full stomach。他说呢，因为吃完饭后呢，如果你马上去游泳，就是你会影响你的消化液的分泌，容易呢就是造成就是这个消化不良。 还有可能呢会引起一些腹痛等等的一些问题哦。那真的是从这个之中呢学到宝贵的一课。那在刚刚那个例句里面呢，要教给大家今天的第一个 Magic Box on a full stomach， 表示的意思呢就是吃饱饭的意思啦。那 full 呢作为一个形容词就可以有表示有饱的，那 stomach 指的就是我们的胃和肚子啦。所以呢 on a full stomach 我们把它做延伸下指的呢就是吃饱的意思啊。那今天这个第二个 Magic Box 呢要介绍给大家数量词的用法哦。那我认真觉得我自己真的是吃蛮多的人。I eat a lot because I eat 5 or 6 meals a day。我一天呢其实大概可以吃到5到6餐哦，甚至还是有时候吃完之后还会觉得有一点饿。那在刚刚那个例句里面呢，我们用到了 a lot 作为一个代名词哦，表示许多的东西。那其实数量词呢，我们也可以把它作为像是一个限定词，后面加上一个名词。比方像是呢 I drink a lot of water every day。我每天呢都喝很多的水。那这边的这个数量词 a lot of 后面我们就是加上一个名词，就是刚刚我们所提到的这个 water。那常见的这个数量词呢有非常多，比如像是 many、much、all、some、a lot 或是 a lot of、lots of、a few、a little、few、little 等等哦这些。那我们用刚刚所提到这些数量词呢，我们来造一个例句哦。I have many books in my bookshelf。我书柜里面呢有很多书。那这边呢就是用一个 many 搭配一个可数名词这样的一个用法。好啦，那希望你们有学会今天的 Magic Box 咯，我们下次再见，拜拜。
Review time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our little review time when we're going to take a look at those words we learned in our article, in our dialogue today. 4 words: plan, hot spring, bathe, and swimsuit. Are you going to play a little game with me here? Should we do that? Should we do charades?
Let's do charades.
We're going to do charades.
Okay, 比手画脚.
All right. So someone will act out the word without speaking or saying anything. And the other person, of course, will have to guess which word you are acting out. Well, it is difficult, so I will give you a slight advantage by letting you go first.
Yes.
And pick which word you want to do.
Okay. I'll do this now. Okay,
are you ready to go?
I think so.
So now we have to guess which word she is acting out. Okay, here we go.
Hard.
You have a thing. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, it's a swimsuit.
Yes!
You put on a swimsuit. Okay, an invisible swimsuit.
I know, it's so hard.
I'm not sure that counts. Anyways, back to the 3 remaining words. Is it my turn now?
Yes, it's your turn.
All right,
finally.
Here we go. I'm going to do this with one action. Can I make a sound?
Yeah, you can make a sound.
Here we go.
Is this an action? So
That's my action.
应该是 bathe 吧？
You want another action?
还是 hot bathe?
Yay!
Okay.
You're right, because it could have been the other word.
I know, this is so hard.
All right, well, we have 2 more left. Plan and hot spring. Are you going to do one or the other? We will find out right now. Plan.
Yeah, okay.
You're planning something.
And this is easier to actually act out.
This one is? I'm going to make it harder for you.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, I am.
Okay, so it's do that. That means 2 words.
2 words, right?
2 words.
2个字。第一个字
Ow! Boing, 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 boing.
它很强
Ow!
第一个是
Boing,
一定很
boing,
烫 hot， 然后这个 boing boing 其实 spring 有弹簧的意
Like
思
in a
哦。
bed, that's a spring too. It's a hot spring.
Well done, Mike. You're the
We
king of
tried to make it
charades.
harder than it was. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. You can play charades with any word out there. Although some words are much harder than others. Figure it out. Have fun with your friends. You can actually play charades in a hot spring.
You can.
I'm just saying you could.
You
could
can.
Combine the 2. Take care, everyone. We'll see you back here sometime soon. And remember, stay warm. Bye.
Bye.
Stay warm while staying cool.
Yeah.
A trip to the springs on a winter's day. Warm-up question. How do you stay warm when the weather is cold?
Sam and Hannah are at home on a cold winter weekend.
It's the weekend. Do we have any plans today?
It's very cold today. Should we go to the hot springs?
Oh, that sounds fun. They're so nice in winter. Bathing in hot springs has many health benefits too.
北投 has a lot. There's an open-air one. Men and women both use it together. I'll Google the address.
Great! I'll pack my swimsuit. We should bring lots of water too. It's important to stay hydrated.
You are right. It's also better to eat after our visit. It's not good to bathe on a full stomach.
Word power.
Plan. Plan. We need to make a plan for our big trip next month. We need to make a plan for our big trip next month. Hot spring. Hot spring. Lillian went to Beito to enjoy the hot springs there. Lillian went to Beito to enjoy the hot springs there. Bathe. Bathe. I like to rest my body by bathing in warm water. I like to rest my body by bathing in warm water. Swimsuit. Swimsuit. Teresa bought a new swimsuit to go to the beach this summer. Teresa bought a new swimsuit to go to the beach this summer.
认识字汇
benefit, benefit. Hydrated, hydrated.